going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we got kind of an exciting video. As you can see by the title, we're going to be comparing the X pipe versus the H pipe. Now the setup on this car is in 1 7/8 Kooks headers, Catless, well they're Catless, to currently an X pipe, which will be switched out by an H pipe, and then it goes into the Ford's factory active exhaust mufflers. So I really like the way these mufflers sound, but for some reason when you add the Catless headers, at least paired with the X pipe, the mufflers sound very tin can like, and I'm not huge on it. When it had the stock manifolds or the stock headers on it, they didn't have like a tin can sound. They had a really deep sound to it. So we're gonna try to get some of that sound back, hopefully with adding the H pipe. I'm hoping that'll give me the deep tone that I'm kind of looking for, but like still kind of keep it loud. I've never personally ran an H pipe, so this is going to be kind of interesting. I'm really excited, so we're going to do a comparison. We're going to do a cold start with the X pipe, and then we'll do a cold start with the H pipe. Might be different days, so we get the true overnight cold start. And then I did have some videos from when we did the header install, if you guys want to check that video out, of the X pipe. So we're going to use that, and we're going to use new videos of the H pipe to compare it, so you can kind of try to hear a distinct difference when switching from X pipe to H pipe. Yeah, hopefully it sounds good. I'd also like to add all the videos that we've taken of this car with the exhaust has always been in track mode for the active exhaust setting, just so to make this clear, so that you know that we're not changing it. When I do the cold starts, I have to switch it to track mode because it doesn't I can't set it before I start it. So it'll be the same for both videos, for both X pipe and H pipe, just to make that clear. So I removed the X pipe. I just want to see what the open header sounds like, and I gotta let everything cool down a little bit because everything's getting a little warm. Well, this is what I was afraid of. Oops. The H pipe shorter. So what we did is we took a section out of my old X pipe, because this way it makes up for the difference on the new H pipe. And now if I want to put the X pipe back in, all I do is get another one of these adapters, weld it to this, and it'll be able to slide right in just like the H pipe did. It'll make it easier for future if I want to swap them back out. And I was having issues getting this off the stock mufflers, so we just left that on, cut that out, slid this in just like it was, and now I'm going to weld these two so it won't have no more leaks, and then I'll use the better clamps that came with the H pipe, which I don't remember where I set them, but then it should seal all hopefully really nice and no longer have any more leaks. Looks kind of like shit, but it works. The factory exhaust, very nice thick material to weld on. The X pipe material that I cut off, very thin. It burns through super easy, so take that note if you end up doing the exact same thing I do. So spray that with water so it cools down, get it thrown back in the car. Do the other side. Exhaust is done. Both sides are done. I said I welded in that short section, and now we should be able to just swap them out pretty easily. Everything's tight. It lifted the entire exhaust up a lot more. Hopefully it seals a lot more, and we'll no longer have any exhaust leaks here. get the fuck out of here. I think we're gonna have to find a new spot to record videos. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm doing this out in the country because like I'm trying not to piss people off. But one of the neighbors was yelling at me, not one of my neighbors, but kind of ish where I was probably half a mile away from where I was doing this, but was yelling at me when I was driving by. So yeah, we're gonna have to find a new spot to do some of this stuff. Just sucks, it's not really a great spot to do these kind of videos and without trying to bother people. Like, I'm trying to be nice and not do it right next to somebody's house. It's kind of actually like an old business that's not a business anymore. It's kind of where I was doing it on that frontage road there. So still making people mad. So hope you guys enjoy this stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope that kind of gives you a little bit of a deception between the X pipe and the H pipe. I know it's not the greatest comparison because I did use some different cameras and whatnot, but it is what it is. I definitely recommend, if you run this setup, the H pipe, in my opinion, sounds so much better. It's a lot better, cleaner sounding. It doesn't sound so rattly, I guess. The stock mufflers with the X pipe for some reason just sound really tin canny, like almost like if you were to blow inside of a tin can that was like squished, and it's just like, I don't know. It's probably the best way I can explain it. Yeah, we pissed off some neighbors. Obviously, we did this in Mexico too. You know, we can't do this anywhere else. I was checking for exhaust leaks on my headers just to make sure, listening to make sure none of those were leaking, which all sounds good. No, it doesn't sound like there's any leaks, which is good. Because I think probably about 500-600 miles, maybe a little bit maybe even a little bit more since I did the headers. So sounds so good. Definitely worth it. With that being said, I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.